What are your thoughts on what's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now? Like, do you have an opinion on it?
I'm a scientist, so I always have to look at it from multiple perspectives. And everything that Putin does is kind of expected and explainable. Whatever is everybody else is thinking about it and how they judge his actions is also something that is expected. I've also seen people from the Middle East being upset with how unbalanced this coverage is relative to the refugees and the racial bias and news media coverage, how they were represented as war somewhere in the Middle East, not a big deal, like it's happening every time. But then when something like this happened in Ukraine, they got really upset with how unfairly they were covered compared to Ukrainian refugees.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that right now it's a lot of misinformation online, a lot of propaganda. I just don't know what to think anymore. I'm like so confused by the situation.
Not knowing what to think is confusing and is dangerous. I don't think there's ever been fair coverage. Like there's no way, no thing such as an objective journalism.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Every single newspaper, radio station, everybody represent a certain worldview.
Yep.
For you to make sense, you have to look for multiple sources and look at it. And from what I'm seeing, I kind of assume that everything that's being reported on either side, it may be true. It's just they are reporting on a very small portion of reality, a very small portion of what's going on, and then the rest of it is kind of something that is behind the brackets. So what's Russia reporting? I don't have any doubts that people in Donbass were suffering, and my hometown is very close to Ukrainian border, to that southern area, and I have no doubts that it was unfair for them to be treated the way that they were treated by Ukrainian government. At the same time, I also see my country invading another sovereign country, which in today's world we thought was unthinkable. So that's another version of reality, right? Both of them are true. These are two facts. So.
Yeah, it just depends on the perspective you're looking at it from.
Exactly. So the only way you could figure it out is just look at it from a moral perspective, from the perspective of your values.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can look at it.
Right. Well said. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Mila.
Nice to meet you. Isn't that that's a very Russian name or Ukrainian name?
Yeah.
Mila Kunis is Ukrainian, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That name is popular in that part of the world.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy I stopped you. Because when I met you before and you said you're from Russia, I wasn't even thinking about the Russia-Ukraine situation. And I was like, I hope I see her again so I can bring it up. And now here we are.
Yeah, I work here. I live here in downtown.
And that's why you're in such good shape, because you do all the loops all around here, right?
Yeah,
burn those calories.
Sure, my 10,000 steps.
Me too. I do 10,000 a day.
See?
Hell yeah.
Very
That's
good.
smart. That's the key to weight loss, guys. Get your 10,000 steps in.